Hi guys, welcome to another What We Ate video. This video starts a little while back at my birthday where we went out for dinner. We actually had our own private room, which was really nice. This is a local izakaya, which is kind of pub style food. So we were cooking some of our own meat on the hot plate at the table. We had a big salad and some seafood. It was great. Followed up by chocolate cake, of course. Tonight for dinner I'm making curry, so I'm just frying up the beef and onion. This is the curry ready to go. It's quite liquid. Tonight Trevor is making carbonara, which looks amazing. So it's got in there the pancetta, and there was some garlic. The garlic cloves have been taken out. There was butter in it, and then it has this like mixture of cheese, Parmesan cheese, the fancy stuff we got from the international store, and eggs in it, and then some of the pasta water just to slacken it off a bit. It's my absolute favourite meal, this one. And this is the carbonara tonight, all ready to go. Tonight for dinner I'm using these leftovers that I've got out the freezer. It's actually from Christmas, and it's got turkey and sausage meat and stuff in, and at the time I made little pasties out of it. My mum does that every year and they're always really good. I didn't have any gravy left, so I just made like a white sauce to go with it. But you can't really tell that that was in there because of it being frozen, but I don't think I need to put any more liquid in. I think once it cooks up it'll have some moisture to it. I also got this pastry out of the freezer. It's a little bit, we're starting to get a bit freezer burny. It's a bit on the dry side, so I'm going to make a pie instead of pasties, like Christmas pie, I guess. So I'm going to put the filling into here and the pastry over the top, and then I can just stick this in the oven this evening when I get in. Tonight I'm making a chilli for dinner, so I've got some mince in here with onions, celery, yeah, I've just put the red pepper in. And then I've got a little bit of this taco seasoning. I had like a tiny bit of the packet left, but I don't think it's enough, so I'm going to add some more. And then into here I'm going to put chopped tomatoes, kidney beans and sweet corn near the ends, and some garlic. And then I've still got some of this pizza sauce as well, but it reminds me a lot of like a passata, so I'm going to put some of that in to thicken. It doesn't really thicken it, it's just got a very intense tomatoey flavour. I've got everything in there now apart from the sweet corn, which I'll toss in near the end. And I'm just going to leave it to simmer for quite a while, I think about 45 minutes, just so it reduces a bit. And the carrots are in there, they need to soften up too. So tonight I'm making fish tacos. Trevor did the shopping, so it was a little bit lost in translation the type of fish that I would need. I didn't actually have time to make the tacos today, so I'm going to do more of a taco rice thing. This is mackerel. It's actually a salted mackerel, but I'm just going to fry it with a little bit of the taco seasoning. I've got my mackerel frying in the pan. I do worry a lot about fish bones, so what I'm going to do is take it out just when this is seared on, so it's already cooked, and go through it and get rid of all of the bones. The main bones actually came out of the fish really easily. I flaked it all up, but I really only needed a little bit for Natashas Bowl. They always say here if you get a fish bone stuck to follow it with some rice, that's meant to get it out of your throat. So I've just got in here rice and lettuce, and then I'm putting tomatoes and some lime juice on top, and then I put the salsa, the flaked fish, which has got the taco seasoning on it, some sour cream and some lime. I also squeezed some lime over the fish. So that's our dinner for tonight, kind of a deconstructed fish taco. Just put it into the pan. It's really quick, it takes 2 minutes to cook. It's just like a spicy meat sauce. You have tofu in it and serve it over rice. Some of these come without the meat. Well, it's sizzling up already, my pan's quite hot. Let's turn that down a little bit, turn it down to a 3. And then I'd already drained this tofu before I sliced it, so just put that into the pan. Even though this is a firm tofu, you have to be gentle with it. It does break up quite easily. And you're just heating it through. But this one is just a medium heat red packet. In the UK, usually a red packet would be spicy, but here black is spicy, so I just went for, I can also read the kanji now. I just picked it up before, I didn't really think about it, and we had it and it was way spicy. So this serves 2 to 3 people. And yeah, as I said, just pop it over rice, super quick. And this is tonight's dinner. ready to go. I've got super quick dinner tonight. I've already boiled up some pasta, noodles, and then I've got some prawns. These were been in the freezer. I think they're defrosted enough now. I'm going to fry them off in some garlic and some butter and a little bit of oil. And then to that I'm going to also add these tomatoes. Once it comes off the heat, I'll stir through these capers and the parsley. This is actually kind of a summery dinner and the temperature's dropped back cold again, but we're going to go with it anyway. Just got the prawns in there with the garlic, butter and oil. Just at the back here I've got all these ice lolly molds. I'm going to be making some ice lollies for the freezer. So I've just added into there the juice that came out of the capers and some lime juice. Also just stirred in that blob of sour cream. That's all the sauce is going to be, so I'm going to add the pasta into there now. Then I just put some of the Korean red pepper flakes on the top. It's quite a big pile of pasta here, but that is it all ready to go. Tonight for dinner we're having these pork loins. I've just fried them off and brushed them with some whole grain mustard. Having this with macaroni, cheese and broccoli. So I've already cooked the pasta and the broccoli. I'm just making a cheese sauce in here. This is just the roux and the milk. This is the pork, macaroni and cheese with broccoli. Ready to go. Tonight for dinner we're having these pork loin, like really thin, I don't know if you call them a loin, like steaks. They've got corn flour on each side and then some pepper. We're not going to eat all of these tonight, but I took them out of the freezer, so I need to cook them all tonight. And I'm just doing them with like sauce, which is a mixture of soy and stuff. I'll explain it as we go along. So fried these on one side and flip them over. And then in the pan then, okay, I'm trying not to get steamed up while I show you what's in it. So there's 2 tablespoons of soy sauce, 2 small teaspoons, 2 teaspoons of cooking alcohol, 2 teaspoons of mirin, and then a teaspoon of white sugar. And then I've obviously got another 4 to do, so I'm going to do 2 batches of this. It's going to thicken up slightly, and the reason you put the corn flour on it is so it sticks to it. And I'm just serving this over rice. This is another recipe from the Carbonara app, and they actually put a teaspoon of grated ginger in there, so I haven't got any ginger tonight, so I'm doing it without. And they're serving theirs with cabbage. The second batch has actually got a much nicer colour on them. I may have put a little bit too much of the mirin in the first batch. I'm just going to save these and we'll probably have them like for lunch tomorrow over rice or something. That's exactly how we're having them tonight. I have sliced these up into quite thin strips and I'm just serving them over rice.